Hey, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. Well, it is a late night, meandering, and here we are. Not quite sure whether you're in Valentine's Day or not. And anyway, we don't have St. Valentine to thank for this. We have Hallmark, don't we? But let's not get cynical so early in the in the video. Okay, so I got a wonderful book sent to me by Mr. and Mrs. O. I'm sure that it was from her. If I wasn't him and her, if it wasn't, I apologize to the sender. But anyway, the book is 1001 Smartest Things Ever Said, and it was edited with an introduction by Stephen Price. And let me see, who was it? Let me see. Who put this together? Edited, yes, Stephen Price. Okay, so let's look in this. It's stuff that was said by famous people who are much cleverer than you and I, anyway. So it says, and some of these are very famous people. Some of them are so famous I haven't heard of them, but then that's me and my ignorance. So we're looking at love and friendship. What is a friend? A single soul dwelling in two bodies. That was Aristotle. Always be a little kinder than necessary. I'm a great believer in that. A friend of mine once told me that the ego, that mechanism that we all have, that except for present company, accepted, you and I of course don't have ego, do we? It's that mechanism that we have which will cut off our nose to spite our face. It will make us wrong in the face of all reason to the contrary, and need I go on? But anyway, always be a little kinder than necessary. And my friend used to say to me, just remember this: the ego remembers every single thing that you ever did for anybody, but it remembers very little about all that was done for you. And I thought that summed it up pretty well. So always be a little kinder than necessary. The next one, that was James Matthew Barry. Sir, must get that in. People are unreasonable, illogical and self-centered. Love them anyway. Present company accepted. To err is human, to forgive divine. And that was Alexander Pope. Let me see. To err is human, to forgive infrequent. That was Franklin P. Adams. A person is only as good as what they love. I think that was a good one. And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. That was Paul McCartney. To give counsel as well as to take it is a feature of true friendship. Cicero. Thousands of candles can be lighted from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. You know, when I was bringing up, when I was still within a marriage and had the good company of more than one child, they used to say to me, do you love me or do you love him more? Who do you love the most? And I used to say that the thing about love was a little bit like, it was like the joke, the Irish joke about the Irishman who he discovers a leprechaun that is trapped. Trapped in a twig and can't get free, and he frees the leprechaun. He doesn't ask anything, he just frees it. And the leprechaun says, come on, I can grant you 3 wishes, you know. And must have been a particularly happy Irishman, because he said, well, I'm not sure that I need anything, to be sure. And the leprechaun felt so so good about this, and he really wanted to help this Irishman. So he said, how about, and then the Irishman, that's it, the Irishman said, well, how about a bottle of Guinness? So, wasting such a wonderful wish on a bottle of Guinness, the leprechaun gave him a bottle of Guinness, and the man, as thirsty as he was, he downed the whole bottle, and then lo and behold, the bottle refilled itself to the top. And he drank it again, and lo and behold, the bottle refilled itself to the top. And he says to the leprechaun, well, that's wonderful. He said, that really is wonderful. So the leprechaun said, so it will always do that. You will never be able to empty that bottle of Guinness. Now, for your other 2 wishes, what would you like? And the Irishman says, I'll have 2 more of these bottles of Guinness. Well, anyway, isn't that a little bit like love? That the more you love someone, the more you can love them. And as you love one child, it doesn't mean that you can't love another. And the more that you love another, the more that you'll have room to love the first. So, to give counsel as well as to take it, I saw that one, didn't I? Kind hearts are more than coronets, and simple faith than Norman blood. Oh boy, that's a little bit historical for me. Laughter is the closest distance between 2 people, and that was Victor Borger. A heart can be broken, but it will keep beating just the same. I like that. Fanny Flagg. Obviously an entertainer with a name like Fanny Flagg. Love is like war, easy to begin, but very hard to stop. It is well when judging a friend, and I like this one. It is well when judging a friend to remember that he is judging you with the same godlike and superior impartiality. Well, don't we all do that? There's ego coming in again. Though you break your heart, men will go on as before. And that was Marcus Aurelius, a great Roman. I count myself in nothing else so happy as in a soul remembering my good friends. Well, that had to be William Shakespeare, didn't it? The heart has its reasons of which reason knows nothing. That's a little bit my own feeling about the heart. The heart has its own agenda. You can launch in there with your intellect and with your reasoning, and the heart has its own agenda. Once the heart falls, you're in the boat. Have a heart that never hardens, a temper that never tires, a touch that never hurts. That was Charles Dickens. Few men have the natural strength to honour a friend's success without envy. Well, I think that that's true. There might be some credit in being jolly. That was Charles Dickens. Kind words do not cost much. They never blister the tongue or lips. They make other people good-natured. They also produce their own image on men's soul. And a beautiful image it is. To give pleasure to a single heart by a single kind act is better than 1,000 head bowings in prayer. Sadi. Goodness does not consist in greatness, but greatness in goodness. How should we like it were stars to burn? With a passion for us we could not return. If equal affection there cannot be, let the more loving one be me. That's rather nice. Love is a great beautifier. Now, isn't that true? You can fall in love with someone who doesn't have to be any more than beautiful to your eyes. And the more that we do love people, the more beautiful they come. So love is a great beautifier, and that's a very good thing to think of in this St. Valentine's Day, when we should all be finding someone to express that time-old phrase, saying, I love you. Thanks for looking in. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye for now.